everybody. Welcome to the show. We look like a potential NFC championship game today.
Yeah, right, I like it. Fucking fire it up.
I didn't even
Let's hope.
realize. You got your Lions hoodie on. That's a beautiful hoodie.
Sharp, isn't it?
Yeah, and I just happen to grab... I just grab shit that fits. I don't care what it says.
Fair, yeah.
Yeah.
Black is slimming, too.
Yeah. Everything I own, basically, is black.
Smart.
Yeah. So, yeah, it doesn't matter. It could say, like, I love men on it. I really don't give a shit.
As long as it's black and fits?
Yeah, as long as it's black and fits. How are you, my friend?
So good.
Yeah.
So good, I can't even stand it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I feel like I'm doing a show with Ray Charles.
Then what are you talking about, dude?
Yeah. Not Stevie Wonder. That was more Stevie Wonder-ish.
Okay, well, what's Ray do?
Yeah. More teeth. There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
All
Anyway,
right.
are you feeling all right? I mean...
All things considered, I feel like $1 million.
There you go. I know you're not seeing very well, but that's all right. It's going to get better as time goes on.
That's the plan, anyway. That's the prognosis.
I got to admit, it's weird seeing you walk around the house in sunglasses.
I know. It doesn't feel great either. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I get a lot of weird looks. I've been out and about a little bit. Went to Costco yesterday and had to wear the glasses. Even yesterday was worse because I was totally dilated yesterday.
Yeah. Is that a woman thing? Isn't that like a vagine thing?
Yeah. I was about to give birth. I was 10 centimeters.
Yeah.
No, they checked both my eyes, so they had them both dilated yesterday. So it just...
Why do they have to check your good one?
To make sure it's good, which it's not.
Okay.
They found some areas of concern on the other one.
AIDS? What's going on with your other eye?
Well, that it appears that the same thing very well may happen in the other eye.
You're going to pop a retina there?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
What it is the goo, like we talked about, that's nice and firm when you're young.
Yeah.
Starts to soften up a bit when you get older.
Yeah.
And it starts to pull away from the sides, which was one thing unless it's stuck to the retina. So when that pulls away or it's stuck to the retina, it tears.
Gotcha.
And there's a high likelihood of that happening on the other side too. So, but I can get a preventative zap. Go in there and have them laser that thing zip 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 again before it actually tears this time. I might because this sucks balls.
Yeah.
So I might.
Yeah. They said that about my knee when I had meniscus tear.
Yeah.
I don't even, dude, it's so funny. Like, I remember when you first told me about your knee when you took a rod through it or whatever, and you were like...
My knee?
No, your eye. Yeah, sorry, your eye. And you were like, this eye. No, wait. This
Yeah.
Like, I've forgotten which knee. I think it was my right knee. Mm-hmm. I'm almost positive.
Yeah, I don't remember.
And it's like, it's been so long. I'm hoping that's what happens with my back.
Did you forget which back it was?
I forget which back it was.
That'd be great.
Yeah, because now it sucks. I feel like I almost said, I'm like, I think they made it worse. I think they fucking broke me more.
Maybe.
I don't think that's true, but
job security.
Yeah, that's true. And people warn me about that. Like, yeah, good luck. You can go in there and they can fucking make it worse. I don't know that they made it worse. I have less pain than I had before. It's just different.
Yeah.
So,
treatment pays better than the cure. That's for sure.
Yeah, you're one that avoids pills, meds at all costs, and that's a very smart move.
Yeah.
I don't trust the system. The only pill that I take that I think I go, yeah, that one I know what it does. Everything else I'm just taking their word for it.
Sure.
Like, yeah, levels look good. You're doing great. Keep taking this bullshit.
Yeah, non-addictive.
Well, no, I'm not talking about. I'm talking
habit
like
forming. I just mean in general.
In general, yeah.
Yeah. So take them at their word.
Believed to be, not habit forming. Is it? Yeah. Is it really? No,
if we tell you that and you believe it, then it's believed to be, not habit forming.
Yeah, that's what they said about Oxy originally. Believed to be, not addictive. Oh, really? Believed to be. Nice choice of words. I wonder if that was on accident. You just fucked up when you wrote
Very,
that.
very calculated.
You think? You think they were fucking with people? No, like my heart meds, for instance. Like I feel fine, I walk around fine, I breathe fine, and all that. And they're like, yeah, you can never stop taking those. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah, are you fine, or is that why you're fine?
Is that why I'm fine? I have no idea. The venlafaxine that I take for mental shit, that's the one where it's like, you go off that for 2 days, and it's like, yeah, that wasn't smart. So that one I'm like, all right. And so now I'm in a thing where I go to the pharmacy, and I'm like, do you have my venlafaxine? And they're like, yeah, no, we don't. We're going to need a doctor or something to call. And I'm like, okay.
It's a script issue, or they just don't have it?
Fucking script issue.
Okay.
And it's like, why would this? Can't you write me a script for 50 years?
Right.
And then I'll just stop picking it up when I die in 3. You know?
How long are your scripts normally? A year?
A month.
Is this for a month? You got to get a new script every month?
Fucking month, dude.
That's ridiculous.
Every month. It's not a pill you can abuse. I take it every morning. And it just makes me not want to fucking put a gun to my head.
Okay.
But then it's like, why are we playing this? Can you not write a year-long script and I'll see you next fucking Christmas?
Sounds like a racket to me.
Right. Every 30 days. And I know they can do it because they've done it before, where it's like, oh, here's 90 days worth. And it's like, wow. You know, this isn't an abusable drug.
Well, now I know now we know why you're on the birthday card list.
Yeah, right. Exactly. from all the doctors.
This one, hook, line, and sinker.
Christ's sakes. It just doesn't end. So I don't know. I'm on 20 medications. I don't know what half of them do. I'm just taking them because they tell me to. And,
Yeah.
You know, I take some solace. I take Entresto as one for my heart. And I remember I've got the most like caring and concerned pharmacist of all time, to the point that I avoid him.
Okay.
Because I don't want to have conversation. I'm like, dude, whatever. I don't, you know, I don't talk to my family about this shit. I don't care.
Right.
You know, I have so little care for my well-being and existence on this planet that having this blind conversation with you about it is fucking pointless. But one thing he did say to me was like, he was reaching through the car. He was giving me my Entresto one day. Goes back a year or so. And he's just like, this is a really good drug.
All right. That's a ringing endorsement.
Ringing endorsement from Ali, the pharmacist. I was like, all right.
Define good, Ali. What are we talking here?
I didn't ask follow-ups.
No.
Good,
like with a couple of cocktails? Good, like street value? What are we talking good here, Ali?
Good when crushed and snorted?
Right.
Good what?
I'm going to need some parameters around that statement.
Yeah, he's like, this is a really good... No, he's the guy that's like, you know, they're going to want to wean you off of these. They're going to want to do this. And I'm like, I'm going to talk to my doctor.
Yeah.
Fuck off. You're the guy that fills the shit after they legally prescribe it.
Yep.
Your job is to put it into the little can.
You're my delivery man.
Yeah. You put it in the can, and then you hand it to me.
Yeah.
That's the end of our relationship.
Pretty much.
Whatever was discussed over here, whether it's about my dick, my heart, my fucking whatever, it's not your concern. But they've
amazing how much they must know about people just from their scripts.
Oh, my God.
You know what I mean?
I can only imagine.
They can tell a person's life story based on their scripts.
Yeah.
That's why they don't know shit about me.
No, they do not. And that's great. It's funny, dude. I didn't have a cavity till I was 36. Not a cavity.
Yeah.
And now my teeth are a fucking train wreck.
Yeah.
Train wreck. Falling out of my head. I got a yellow tooth that'll probably fall out of my head sometime any day. So like the whole thing's falling apart. Everything's gone off the rails. No. No. You can't give me...
How's the fake one going to fall out?
Oh, I'm just assuming it'll come because it's fallen out 2 other times.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Well, last time it fell out, I was, dude, this would have sucked so bad. And this is something that keeps me up at night. I had gone to New York and I was doing Kumia's show. And I think it was the second time I did it. So it was just me and Aunt. And I go and I spend the night. This might have been the time Eric shit on the hotel floor.
Classic.
Might have been that time. In fact, no, it must not have been because I didn't mention it on the show, and I definitely would have mentioned that on their show.
Definitely.
But either way, I go to the airport. I believe I was flying out of LaGuardia, and I go to LaGuardia after, like, the next day. So I do the show, and then the next day I, pack up shit, and I go to, you all right? You look like you're in a lot of pain. I'm sorry.
I'm going.
Having to look straight at and with lights is tough, isn't it?
Just keep
Sorry.
going.
So I go to LaGuardia, and I'm like, I'm going to get a sandwich here while I'm waiting to fly out of here. I take the first fucking bite of this sandwich, and my goddamn tooth's in it.
Oh, jeez. Oh, man.
Had this happened one day earlier, I would have canceled on the show. I'm not going in there missing a fucking tooth. What do you think I am, Greg Henson? I'm just going to walk in and do a show missing a tooth?
Yeah.
You fucking out of your mind?
It's been your thing. It worked for him.
Yeah, it's fine for him. He doesn't give a shit. The giant head detracts and, takes all focus away from his missing tooth.
Makes that gap look way smaller.
So, yeah, I'm sitting there at the airport. I'm like, now I have to sit on a flight and try to, like, fake stuff it back on and just hold it. I'm like, where are the cocktails?
Yeah.
Where's the cocktails?
To numb this thing up.
Bring them on. I can't. You don't even understand what kind of lift you have when you're missing a fucking tooth. Like, I don't know how people do it, but yeah. So I'm waiting for that to happen any day now.
Yeah. I had that. I lost one in a bagel one morning on the way to work.
Yeah.
And
did it cancel your day?
No.
Yeah.
No, that's different. No, I went to work.
That's an emergency.
But it took me, it took a minute because I was mortified that there was a tooth in my bagel and then realized it was mine.
Oh.
I didn't realize at first it was mine. I was just, all of a sudden, that crunch. I was like, what the
these
fuck?
Motherfuckers.
I was driving. I looked down. I pull it out. I almost threw up. I literally thought it was somebody else's fucking tooth
Which
in my
tooth
bagel.
was it?
I don't know.
You don't remember which tooth it was?
No, it wasn't a front one. It was one of these back here or something.
Yeah. I did that with some juji fruit.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll re-yank that thing right out.
Yeah.
Milk duds, stuff like that.
Yeah,
yank
milk
them
duds.
right out of there.
Milk duds not so bad.
Oh yes.
Juju bees, juji fruit.
That's why I don't fuck with the
You're
jujus.
flirting with the devil.
I don't even fuck with the jujus.
You fuck with the jujus. That's next level stuff. You are going to miss teeth.
You're gonna get Kanye'd.
Yeah. It's bad. Yeah, you could get Kanye. You start fuck with the Jews long enough.
Yep.
And so back there it's broken, and I was like, this isn't livable. But then you realize, well, I don't have $2,000 to fix it, so
It is livable.
it's very
It's
livable.
gonna have to be livable.
Yeah. And now it's like, yeah, do your best, Jews. Jews. I mean,
Yeah.
not Jews, but Jews.
Right. So
Do your best, sons of bitches.
You're talking to the dentists.
Yeah, it was. So, anyway, I'm just whatever. Just
Yeah.
get through it. Hey, I started watching something finally.
Did you?
I did.
What'd you start watching?
I watch a lot of stuff and try to keep up on stuff. You know, obviously football and all that. That goes without saying. And I'm super excited for this weekend. I can't wait for the Lions home opener. Yeah, Motor City football. But I've been I keep seeing it. I go through the usual, like, oh, what's on Hulu, what's on, HBO Max, which is just Max now, or
Yeah.
Netflix, and the new Shane Gillis special is 5-star.
Excellent.
On Netflix. It's just great. He's so good.
Beautiful dogs.
Yeah, it's really good. If you haven't seen it, that dude is just fucking hitting dingers, man, all day, every day.
Yep.
Everything he's putting on, I'm a fan of.
Absolutely.
But I keep passing whenever I go to Max Sopranos. Now, this is something I know it's arguably your favorite show ever.
Well, I wouldn't say it's my favorite show ever.
One of.
It's definitely up there, and it's one of those. Again, historically, I've not watched a ton of things with interest. I'll watch stuff here and there.
Yeah.
That was must-see TV.
Even that is borderline.
Yeah.
The idea of you watching stuff with interest is borderline.
I was no, that was I think it was Sunday nights. I think it came on HBO. Like I got HBO just to be able to watch Sopranos, and it was you couldn't record stuff back then. Like that was it.
Yep.
It came on at 8:00 on Sunday, whatever it was.
Right.
Woke up this morning. Got myself a gun. Like I got chills watching it back then. I was so vested into that.
So many people were, and I, for whatever reason, like there were certain shows back in the day that we watched that we would talk about, and it got into a lot of reality TV shit, which I didn't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
I tried. I got into American Idol season 1. It was kind of unique, and maybe a couple seasons, but after that, like Bachelor, fuck off. No, I'm not doing that. I don't give a shit. It became scripted stuff. It was just garbage. And so to this day, I don't care about any of that stuff. Real World, when it first came out, was like, oh, what's this? And it was like this unique kind of stick 7 people that don't know each other from different backgrounds into a flat in New York. See what happens.
Yeah.
And there was something cool about it.
It was for the first year or two, and then it just was repeat time after time.
And how do you gin it up? How do you make it more? Well, you get characters, you get actors, you get, and you create drama, but that's easy to see through. It's what
Survivor was one of the ones that got me at first.
Okay,
as a reality show.
Survivor was
just
big.
Because that was. I mean, that had a different element to it to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't about the script. It wasn't about and then it got a little bit that way. It became more about the people.
Can't do it. Haven't done it in 20 years.
No, I literally first maybe and second season, and that's it.
Yeah,
and I was out.
It's kind of like our show. People liked it at first.
Oh,
the first couple seasons they'd say we're good and shit like that.
Oh, I think the reboot's fucking fire, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
There was a lull there in the middle, but the reboot is
killing
straight
it.
fire.
Yeah, straight fire. Anyway, so I never watched The Sopranos, and so I did what any responsible viewer would do, like looking at it and going, okay, I didn't know how long it was.
Yeah.
So they were hour-long episodes.
It's a commitment.
I was thinking it was 8 seasons. It's actually 6 seasons.
Okay.
So it's like okay, you're dedicating 70 hours. Like, if you want to do this, if we're doing this, and I remember the first time I watched Sopranos, all I could remember was, I don't know, there's some scene with ducks and shit, and it bored the fuck out of me, and I bailed.
Yeah.
I bailed. And I was like, okay, it didn't, but it's gone down historically as one of the best shows ever. Mm-hmm. And so now, in 2023, I'm like, okay, it keeps showing up on my Max. I'm going to pick it up and just see
Give it a
what's
run.
here. But the first thing I did was Googled, does The Sopranos hold up?
Okay.
And it's pretty interesting what's out there because there's a lot of people, and I mentioned this to you yesterday.
Yeah, we had a little conversation about it.
A little bit. Before I went down this road, because I was weary, like, I remember it being kind of slow, but that's common. Seinfeld was like that, I think. Didn't jump out the gate.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things kind of build established characters and then it gets going.
Yeah, we've talked about that. Historically, first and second episodes are slow because of that, because of all the character building and the plot lines that they have to lay out. They can't just come in hot and heavy. That's the Eastbound and Down conversation we had, except that one. That one just comes in hot, hard, checks all the boxes, tells you everything you need to know, and is just 100 miles an hour right from the start.
Yes.
But most shows can't do that.
And most shows that are who did Sopranos? Sorkin or something? I mean, I don't remember. It's not Sorkin, but something like that. Like, it's a big deal. Everything HBO puts out is a fucking monster. Mm-hmm. They're historically they don't miss. And so when you've got a cast like that,
and I'm not sure they even really knew what they had there until they
knew mob stuff.
I mean, of course, but I, again, as far as the show and the success, and I think they sort of built on that. I think they maybe weren't really sure, how mobby to be, how family to be, how funny to be, how serious. You know what I mean? Like, sort of. I mean, I think they were kind of feeling their way a little bit in that first season.
Yeah.
And then they started kind of feeling what works, and then took it from there.
Yeah. So I don't know. Anyways, I kind of binge watched season 1 over the last few days, and I'll be honest, I picked up at like episode 4.
You missed your duck episode?
Yeah, I was like, fuck that episode. But I feel like I had him. So anyways, I read a few articles, and the consensus is Sopranos holds up fairly well. Mm-hmm. It's historically a great show, but you need to understand that TV done, and you're creeping up on 30 years ago.
Yeah, 99.
I mean, you're going back 25 years for this series when it was in its prime, which was a wholly different audience base and what they put up with.
Yep. This
idea of that we live in now of TikToks, grab me in 10 seconds or fuck off and die, it didn't exist back then. Like, you rolled credits and you had a slow rollout and a fucking long intro theme song.
Yeah.
All that shit is gone now. Skip intro. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You know that song. I don't really know that. I sort of do. Maybe the first 8 seconds of it, and that's it. It's
just
gone.
Till the skip intro button pops up.
Intro button pops up, and I'm gone. But a lot of the people are saying, too, that you need to understand, for historical context, that this show specifically laid the groundwork for everything that would come after it. So it's really kind of unfair to compare, like, wow, what this series did, taking off and running,
to Game of Thrones or something along those lines.
Right, exactly. That's like, holy shit, it's no Game of Thrones. It's like, well, yeah, but you wouldn't have that style of writing and detail had it not been for The Sopranos. So I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. I got to admit, first couple episodes I watched were like, and that's when I asked you, I said, dude, does this pick up? And you were kind of, I don't know if you were offended or what, but you were like, man, to each their own. I don't know what you like.
Well, I mean, it's true.
Like, well, you do know what I like. And you could easily say, dude, hang in there. It's a fucking great series.
The problem with that, too, is that I haven't watched it in 25 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know exactly. I mean, I see it as a collective. I don't remember seasons. I remember
singular storylines or episodes.
I remember some things, bits and pieces here and there. I just remember it as a collective whole.
Yeah.
So to how it starts, when it's, I knew it had some ebbs and flows to it, some highs and lows.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I know from my personal experience that I wouldn't have stuck with it and been that invested in it.
No,
if it
you
was
would not.
slow, if it wasn't entertaining. So that's my seal of approval there. But again, times have changed. Like I said, everything we talked about is true. It does hold up, but it is also, has been left behind by where we're at today.
Yeah.
So they're all true statements.
Well, I got through yesterday over a couple days. So I watched 7 episodes or so. What was season 1? 13 episodes. So I guess I watched 9 episodes over a few day period. And you jumped in and noticed that I was watching it probably about episode 7.
Somewhere in there, yep.
Yeah, you would go on, I don't know, grocery store, whatever you did, but you came in and it was on. I'm sitting there, and we weren't able to do a show, I believe, that day. Maybe you were coming from the doctor, getting your eye shit done. But anyway, it was like, what are we gonna do? And so I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna give this thing a shot. So I start watching it, and you came in and sat down and never left.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
And that was yesterday, mostly. Yeah,
I missed you started a couple days ago.
Yeah,
and
you were out. You weren't even able to watch TV. What am I talking about?
Yep.
You were basically kind of in your phone, head down for most of it, sleeping. But I was kind of silently watching it in the background. And then yesterday, you came and sat down about episode 8 or so, wherever I was, and started watching. And here's what I noticed. I've been watching TV with T-Roy. I mean, there's a big gap, but when we were kids, we would watch football and shit like that or whatever. And then there's a gap, and then you've lived here for I don't know how many years.
5 years.
Yeah. Okay. I don't think I've ever sat down and just watched a movie or a TV show outside of a football game, and even that can be sketch, where you got other shit to do that takes priority and you walk out. I don't. I pause it. I don't miss a play ever. My Niners, my Lions are playing. I don't miss a play. T-Roy's a different bird, and so T doesn't watch things the way I do. He'll leave in the middle of a fucking episode of Seinfeld. He'll leave in the middle of a YouTube video, whatever. I don't. I'm not like that. You'll be multitasking. You'll be in your phone. This is the first time in 5 years of you being here. I don't think I saw you on your phone once. Your phone was gone. The only thing that distracted you was a little bit of Bogey love.
Yeah.
Bogey jumps in your lap and you play with Bogey a little bit. But other than that,
I was into it, dude.
Dude, this is the only, I'm like, I found something. It took 5 years.
Yeah.
I found something that T-Roy can just sit down and watch. It's crazy.
It was fun for me in a way.
Yeah.
To sort of catch back up, remembering some bits and pieces, not remembering a lot of it.
Yeah.
Seeing a lot of it again for the first time, because again, like I said, I don't remember all the specifics. I remember it collectively as a whole, but now going back and watching it episode by episode, there's so much that I don't remember, and things that like trigger something, or like, oh yeah, oh nice.
Oh, I know it's coming.
I know it's coming here. Oh, I forgot about that. A lot of stuff, man. It was actually very good.
I give you credit too. You don't give me anything because I'm like, is he gonna fuck Malfi? Please, I want him to fuck Malfi, and it's like,
I'm not giving that away.
Okay, is his mom that big of a cunt? Because I want to punch her in the face right now.
Yes, she is.
Yes, she is.
And
it's
worse.
Like, oh God.
His mom might be the worst character. She's throw mama from your train bad.
Yeah, she is awful, and I think that bitch needs to die like right now. And I think she's there until she dies in real life. And if I remember correctly, they have like a ghost figure, like fucking something that plays her in a scene after she's dead. These are the small little nuggets I remember about, for whatever reason, whether it was an article I read 20 years ago in USA Today, because it was breaking. It was like front page news Monday morning every time a new episode dropped. You had to wait a week. There was no getting it in advance. And so there's something about that I remember. And as I was watching the episode where they all have daughters and they're playing soccer.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And as the coach is going to leave and go to some other school, blah, blah, blah. And the girls all seem depressed. One wants to quit the team. And you don't know what's going on. I'm like, wait a minute. Something's boggling my shit memory right now. That dude fucked one of the girls or something. And they're going to figure something. And it turns out that was right. I don't know why I remember that. I never watched that episode.
No, maybe.
I mean, it's possible, I suppose, on some random Sunday night back in the day. Yeah,
I mean, I think maybe you watched more back in the day than you realize.
No, I didn't. Okay. I didn't, because I'm not someone who like, I watched episode 1 and then I picked up again in episode 10. That's not how I do things.
What I'm saying is that maybe you watched a little deeper into that season than you thought. You said you watched the first 4 episodes.
Maybe. Yeah, that's fair.
So that you got a little deeper into it than you realized.
Possibly. Because that's like that storyline comes into fruition around episode 4 or 5. So I guess it's possible. Just a few years ago I tried to do this. And maybe I did.
Possibly.
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, So going through season 1 now of The Sopranos, I think it
You
holds
finished,
up fine.
and you're all the way through season 1.
Season 1, yeah. I'm about to start season 2. Maybe I'll get an episode in before football tonight.
Yeah.
Thursday Night Football. Thank God we're getting back into football. That Tuesday through Thursday is just a nightmare.
It's just dry, isn't
It's just brutal.
Yeah.
It is. That Tuesday, Wednesday, they got to do something about Tuesday and Wednesday. This is bullshit, man. Mm-hmm. I can't take Tuesday and Wednesday no football. It's unacceptable behavior.
What about Friday?
Friday,
Get college football sneaks in.
yeah,
You get some Friday night games.
Yeah, it does. And
Start picking up some
historically,
high school games, some Friday night lights.
historically, if you had friends, this is when you hang out with friends. You go out to a bar, you go golf, and whatever you do. I don't do any of that, but historically, Friday, it's like that's fine. I get it. That's fine. But Saturday, Sunday, Monday,
Yeah.
Thursday,
Tuesday, Wednesday's a day off.
yeah, I guess. So, anyways, for as if anyone gives a shit. What
Yeah,
I think, but
right.
I'm actually finding it very entertaining. I'm looking forward to it.
Well,
and
Siskel?
yeah, I'm the Siskel with the fake face,
There you
or
go.
the Ebert. Was it Ebert? Roger Ebert?
Fake face.
Don't even.
Okay.
This
We
is
won't go there.
this is like blue waffle shit.
Okay.
Don't Google Roger Ebert post cancer face.
Oh, okay. Well, no.
Don't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a horror film.
All right.
It's a horror film. Go ahead. I'll wait.
Okay. Go ahead.
It's blue waffle-esque, dude. It's so like you think it's tough watching Lee Corso on Saturday morning?
Yeah.
I can't do it anymore.
Post surgery. I'm going to go to images. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon.
All right, pull it up.
It's like a cartoon. I didn't even know that.
Yeah. That's something like if you woke up in the middle of the night in the dead of winter and you looked across the room and saw that stand in your doorway.
Yeah, right?
You know what I mean?
Especially this one, like this floating head look.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I give that look 2 thumbs up.
I give that one all the thumbs down.
Oh, all right. Well,
Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing.
My dad's best friend had surgery like this where they removed his nose, and it's a better to quit smoking while you're younger
Sure.
storyline, that you don't want to go through that. My dad's buddy Lou went through that, and I remember him at Chris and Jin's wedding, maybe, and it wasn't good.
Jaw cancer, huh?
Yeah,
That's a motherfucker.
yeah.
Enjoy those fucking chews, kids.
Yeah.
My God, I forgot how fat he was first. That
Was he-
such
was
a
he-
big old fucking draw line on that guy. Yeah,
Really?
I almost forgot. I almost thought that was the other one. I almost thought that was Gene Siskel.
Yeah.
That's how he started out.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Oh, he lost some weight there. Yeah.
Well, yeah, fucking all from the nose down.
Yeah, that's you just got to exit the game, don't you?
I think so. Yeah.
I mean, there's no way I'd go through that. No fucking way.
Come on. What do you really need a bomb jaw for anyway?
That's true.
It's overrated.
It's not bad. Moving on to other things. I'll keep you guys posted on how I feel about stuff.
Yeah, we'll give weekly updates.
This is what this show's going to be now going forward. We're going to do reviews on 30-year-old cinematic entertainment.
right.
No, but I have a feeling that there are a lot of Sopranos fans out there. that are
Now,
like,
did anybody
"Welcome to the party,
recommend
dude."
that in your pleadings for things
No,
to watch,
no.
recommendations?
Nope.
Nobody came across with the Sopranos
No,
reference?
probably figuring, well, any asshole
Has already seen that.
Has already seen this.
Yes,
I'm not going to.
sure.
Yeah, why don't you recommend the first 8 seasons of The Simpsons while you're at it?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Now, one thing I will say is that it's arguably, or I should say, one of the most controversial finales of all time.
I'm familiar with that.
Yes.
I know
So-
that. I know there's a Journey song, and it's been debated about what really happened.
Mm-hmm.
We'll deal with that when we get there in season 6.
What was the? Didn't they do a prequel to that we watched not too long ago, where they were the kid? They were Tony were kids. I think they did not that long ago because I remember Uncle
What, an
June
episode?
saying "sister's cunt." No, it was like a sort of like El Camino was for
for
can't
Breaking
remember.
Bad. Yeah.
yeah for Breaking Bad. I
God,
think there was a
dude,
prequel.
It's so bad how bad my memory is.
Prequel to The Sopranos.
I think you're right.
but I don't remember what it was called.
You know what's kind of interesting about it too? Like today's cinema, like everything is over the top. Mm-hmm. Like the clothes,
Yeah.
But back then, what you
The Many
saw.
Saints of Newark.
And that's a
prequel
Sopranos
to
prequel.
HBO's crime drama, The Sopranos.
Okay.
Takes place in the 60s and 70s in Newark, New Jersey.
Yeah. When you watch a lot of these old things and you go, wow, you think back to Michael Jordan or someone like that, right? You look at Michael Jordan, you go, oh my God, he was the most famous person on planet Earth. He couldn't even leave his hotel rooms. And you were telling me yesterday, like on this day and whatever it was, he signed a what contract?
Oh yeah, and today, like whatever it was, he signed a 7-year, $6 million contract.
Yeah.
And in whatever year that was, 30 years ago, 50 years ago now, whatever it was, I
Right.
forget. And today he makes $6 million every 8.3 minutes, I think it was.
no, days.
8.3 days. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
8.3 days he makes
Yeah.
$6 million.
It's so absurd. But one of the things that's jumping off the screen at me is like the outfits the guys are wearing. It's not always about a $10,000 fucking suit. You know, it's not. It's a nice house. It's got nice appliances, but it's not, you know, oh yeah, we have to have a $20 million castle and
You had to try and stay under the radar somewhat.
Bentley's outside, but you could do it in a TV show if you wanted to Godfather it up. You could have the mega mansions and the
They
Bentleys.
could, but I think they were going for more authentic,
Right.
of what it was really like, what
Right.
these guys really did.
But when I watched like the last whatever, the Jordan documentary or whatever, like it's like, ooh, he went out and bought a new car. What did he buy? Well, he bought a Corvette, stock, off the showroom floor. Like that's what he showed up to practice in. It wasn't a fucking $3 million supercar from France or whatever. You know, like
Gotta get a Bugatti.
Got to get a Bugatti. I've got to get a fucking. I remember running into, and he was a friend of the show. He used to come in studio and stuff. But our point guard for the Pistons, he might be in the hall now. He's coaching now. How the fuck is his name evading me?
There's been a lot of point
Colorado with Rip Hamilton and
Isaiah Thomas.
no. After Isaiah.
Chauncey.
Thank you, Jesus Christ. And I ran into Chauncey at a gas station, the same one I ran into Hutchinson at. Actually, he was my good buddy. And Chauncey's driving some fucking, suicide doors Bentley, and you're just like, the fuck? What do we got? Something on big legs just walked by underneath the. Oh, I don't know. I don't see him. Disappeared. Could be an alien. Nothing there.
Going this way or that way?
Going to our left. I don't know. Nothing. Sorry. But I don't remember where I was going with that. But
Chauncey and his suicide door Bentley.
Yeah. But it was like, yeah, that's probably a $200,000 car. And what was Jordan driving in his prime? You know what I mean? And Jordan's probably got all the toys now, but back then it wasn't so over the top. And you see that reflected in something like The Sopranos, where now even YouTube stars are in mega mansions and Bentleys, and you know what I mean? It's just a different world. It's kind of a nice, but the dialogue doesn't give a fuck about your woke bullshit.
Oh no.
The dialogue, it's like, oh, whoa, he's a fucking fag. That's why. Yeah. Jesus Christ. You even look at a fucking guy walking down the street. Oh, hey. It's hilarious. It's like, yeah.
There was a time
when you could relax and just be honest. I saw that, like, he's got a fucking shrink. We might have to kill this motherfucker.
Right.
He's going to a fucking shrink, and guys are having legit conversations about whether this motherfucker needs to die. These fucking moolies are taking us for everything we got. What are we going to do about these moolies? It's just like, can you imagine? What are we going to do about these fucking moolies and these fags running all over town? What are we like? Can you imagine having that written in dialogue today?
You know what? And nobody died.
Nobody died.
No. I don't even think anybody's feelings were all that hurt.
Nah.
Back then.
And you know what? People got along pretty well.
Yeah.
And all kind of laughed about it.
Sure did.
I saw a stand-up comic. It might have been Griffin. Is that his name? Eddie Griffin?
Eddie Griffin,
I think it was Eddie Griffin. Never a huge fan, but I've been going through a lot of TikTok videos, and there's some fucking great shit out there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's talking about the races. At one point, he's like, man, I got to tell you, it's the subtle racists that fucking drive me nuts. He's like, them rednecks that just call you into your face, he's like, those motherfuckers are real. I go to battle with those motherfuckers.
Right? I respect.
He's like,
I respect your opinion.
He's like, Yo, all right, funny man, I got a fucking joke for you. And it's some redneck. He's like, why said blah, blah, blah. It's like, what do you call a in a fucking tree? And he's like, I don't know what. He's like, a branch manager. And he's like, yeah, I wanted to fucking kill him. But then I was like, God damn it, that fucking crack is funny. He's like, it's the one that they're like, hi, nice to meet you. I had a Griffin shake your hand and walk away going, nah, goddamn nigga. He's like, those are the ones you got to fear. I'm
Absolutely.
Like, there's something to that.
It's true.
Being fucking real, man. Being yourself.
Yeah. You don't have to.
Not suggesting you all walk around dropping N-bombs.
No, but it is actually much deeper than that. It's the fact that, you don't have to agree with somebody's opinion, but you can still respect somebody for their, integrity on some level. You know what I mean? It's not what they believe, but at least they believe in it. They stand behind it. So.
Yeah, I agree. There was something really disturbing.
They're not fake about it. They're real, right or wrong.
I was watching briefly yesterday clips of MSNBC. It was Minka Brinkovich or whatever, and Morning Joe Scarborough, or I guess it is. I think it's Joe Scarborough. Whatever. But it's a couple liberal douchebags. And I've got a story buried in today's show about, this article came out. Saying, and it's kind of given clearance now once this particular ghoul has put this out in print, then it'll become. So what you're going to see is the Democrats are going to cave on Biden going forward. Him running is a fucking joke in 24, and that's not probably going to happen even. And so now it's free game, to be honest.
They got to figure out how to get Kamala out of the way.
Yeah, he even said, Ignatius in his article said, and fuck that bitch too, basically.
Yeah, for sure, but she's rightfully in line to the throne.
Yeah, but this CIA ghoul, talking point ghoul that put out this article has now given carte blanche, like, David Ignatius said it? Okay, now we can. So now what you're going to see is the liberals all jump on board. And so the point is, watching Morning Joe a little bit, and Joe is saying, because they're talking about this article that dropped 2 days ago. And he says, the fact is, in conversation behind the scenes, when you're talking to liberals, and I mean all conversations, I don't mean 99% of conversations, I mean 100% of conversations, are this fucking guy's too old to run, period. They won't say it on the air.
Of course not.
But 100% of them. And he acted like that was no big deal.
Yeah, no, it's.
I was like, wait a minute. You just admitted that every liberal pundit on TV has been bold-faced lying to their audience without shame.
Yeah.
How is that okay with you? Well, you're saying that as long as the cameras aren't on, they'll be honest to each other and go, this fucking guy's a clown and needs to go.
Well, now they're going to start saying it.
Yeah.
That's how they're going to get out of this, right? Now
no, but he said all the conversations behind the scenes that have been going on for months and years.
That's reality. That's real world.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody that doesn't think that's true is a clown.
But shouldn't it tell you how ghoulish the whole system is?
Yes.
It's hilariously
I didn't need that to tell me.
No, I know.
So, that's
but
the
to openly admit
it.
that is the problem I have, where it's like, wait a minute. What you're saying, while true, and welcome to the party, pal, I guess, is that you've been just openly lying to your audience. But by the way, your audience has no fucking idea, Morning Joe, how corrupt this guy is, what he's really like, because of you cherry picking shit to show him what he's like. They have they're just learning this now, believe it or not. They're just learning now what Joe Biden really is. And it doesn't look good.
No.
So
well, they're not just learning. They're just at some point.
No, they're just learning.
No.
Yeah, they are.
It's just gonna eventually. It's gonna come out that can't be. I mean, maybe some, but not the masses. No, it's just like everything else.
Right.
They're behind their party lines. It didn't matter. You defend till death.
Yeah.
Until you get new orders.
Yeah.
And that's what it's been.
New orders dropped 2 days ago.
Exactly right.
Should I just mention it now? I think
might as well. We're this deep into it.
Yeah.
I don't have to pull a video off for it, do I?
No, you don't.
All right, good.
No. I got some other ones. So, Washington Post columnist has joined the fray of pundits calling for Biden to step aside. David Ignatius, he's one of these tone setters. A lot of people think he's just a CIA ghoul. Like if you want to know what the CIA is doing, ask David Ignatius. He'll go to bed for them every fucking time. So he's a foreign affairs columnist for
Freudian slip.
Yeah, for the Washington Post, said Biden built a strong legacy of accomplishments. So we're still going to stand on this. We're still going to act like the guy killed it.
Oh, yeah.
No doubt about it. He killed it.
This first couple of years, man,
Yeah.
really
crushed
setting him up and knocking him down.
He fucking brought it home.
Yeah.
I mean, he did his job.
Foreign policy alone.
So America's new return to the world stage. Yeah, he's crushing that. Built a strong legacy of legislative victories for Democrats. He's delivered on his pledge to govern from the center.
Where?
Yeah.
Center of what?
Yeah. Center of
the X they make him stand on so
Yeah.
he doesn't get lost?
In sum, he has been a successful and effective president. According to Ignatius.
some.
Yeah.
According to some.
But this is where the eggshell walking kicks in. I don't think Biden and VP Harris should run for re-election. It's painful to say that, given my admiration for much of what they have accomplished.
Yeah.
But if he and Harris campaign together in 24, I think Biden risks undoing his greatest achievement.
Getting elected in the first place?
Yes. Yeah. Beating Trump. Yeah.
Yeah, because that is the greatest thing he was able to do.
So now it's like, dude, where have you been for a couple years? Did you just take in an episode of our show or something? Is that what happened? Biden's age is a liability. Okay. Citing recent polling that shows the majority of voters believe his age is an issue when it comes to serving a second term. He's 80, be 86 in a possible second term at the end of a second term. Voters may focus more on Vice President Harris. Biden has never been saying, he's never been good at saying no, arguing that he should have resisted picking Harris as his vice president over someone like then Representative Karen Bass, who's a Democrat from California. I bet she's just a ball of fun.
Good times.
Yeah. Ignatius also said the now president should have stopped his son Hunter Biden from joining the board of a Ukrainian energy company. Yeah, but then the whole family would have
Right.
been broke.
They'd be broke.
Yeah, they'd have nothing. They'd be living on a senator's salary.
Oh, God.
Jesus
Sounds
Christ.
awful.
Can you imagine that?
You'd have to sell 9 of those properties.
Yeah, exactly. You'd have to sell almost all 9 of his properties, which has become fodder for GOP attacks and investigations. Huh. I wonder why that would be.
Fodder. It's like, who was it? It was the lovely and talented Joy Behar, I think, that was talking about how the only reason people think Biden's old is because Fox keeps showing him tripping and falling and stammering around.
Yeah.
Like it's their fault for showing what's
Showing
really
it.
going on.
Yeah. You should do better like Morning Joe and don't show it. Then nobody would have a problem with his age. Shut up, twat. You kidding me?
If you didn't show him falling, you wouldn't even know he fell. So what's the problem? Okay.
If you didn't have him on video fingering his daughter when she was 12 and taking a shower with her, what would be the issue?
All right.
Why are we even talking about this? So he showers with his daughter. His daughter puts it in a book and says it was highly inappropriate. Why are we even this? It's a family matter. Why are we even talking about this? Leave it to Fox News.
You make me want to punch you.
Dude, don't make me take my sock off, put my foot up here and have you massage it like McConaughey did yesterday.
I don't even know what that means. And don't
Joy
you
Behar,
dare.
for the second time in history, put her foot up on the table with Matthew McConaughey and let him massage her fucking foot.
Why did he?
Because I don't know.
Because he's a libtard fucking
Sure.
toe licker was
who knows?
Sure, Joy, whatever you want.
Sure. I don't know. I wasn't going to watch the episode. I saw enough in the clip.
It's too much. I didn't even want to hear about it. I have lost so much respect for McConaughey.
Yeah, I know. And I like McConaughey.
I
He
did.
says some stupid shit, but
I did.
yeah.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I lost, I'll be honest, I lost a little bit of respect for McConaughey. I wouldn't call him a friend.
Yeah.
But I ran into him in Malibu, and Raj and I were pulling. Some people may remember, Raj and I sat on a Malibu beach, Roy Rogers Beach in Malibu, and just sat on one of the piers and just bullshitted, did a show, logged on and just did a show. Yeah. Well, when we turned left into that beach, Matthew McConaughey had just come down the mountain of the Malibu Hills on his bicycle, and he was wearing the helmet.
Oh boy.
Yeah, like the pointy one and like the whole thing.
Geez,
and
really going for speed, was he?
I guess, I don't know.
Aerodynamics.
We're sitting at the light ready to turn into the beach, and he's parked too, like right there. And I'm like, oh, God, that's Matthew McConaughey wearing the fucking helmet. Oh shit. I'm like, what's up, bro? He just kind of looked and nodded. I was like, no.
Don't.
No, dude, don't.
Cool points.
Yeah.
Delete.
I think he was. I may have blocked it on my mind. I want to say he was wearing maybe the shorts and shirt too.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well,
it might have been.
You're telling me he was wearing a shirt?
Good point. He might have been wearing the cycling shorts, the shoes, and the helmet. But I just, all I can see now is the helmet. I don't even want to ask Raj if
the full onesie just like pulled down.
Pulled down. But I still love the guy. I think he's a fucking great actor.
You know, I had one of those back
him.
in the 80s, like the body glove, I think it was, or something, or whatever. Yeah, like
for surfing or for riding a bike.
No, like for fucking wearing around. I think with like a fucking like a spandex fucking like onesie thing.
Yeah.
I thought it was cool at the time.
Do you remember when I had the Colors hat?
Yeah, I do.
It was pre-FUBU for us, by us. But it had like colored panels all the way around, and only black dudes wore it. For some reason, I had the hat. You
pulled it off.
You might as well have taken the continent of Africa on a pendant and put it on a chain around my neck.
Red, black, and the green.
Like, I don't know who I was trying to fit in with at that point.
Me, probably.
Maybe. It's making me flush in my face right now thinking about it.
All
Really
that cultural appropriation back in the day. I wore British Knights.
Yeah.
So there's that.
You were blacker than most black guys, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, I mean, in honesty. So going back to David and Ignatius, Biden has another chance to say no to himself this time, but by withdrawing from the 24 race. It might not be in character for Biden, but it would be a wise choice for the country. He's already announced re-election campaign for 24, and he and his aides have shown no indication he's reconsidering. The White House pushed back hard against what it viewed as unfair media fixation on Biden's age following his trip to Asia. Yeah, you mean where he fucking fell all over himself, made absolutely no sense. You had to cut him off on microphone, thank everyone for coming, and then you stashed him in Alaska for 9/11 ceremonies. You mean that 5-day trip to Asia?
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about? How about this? I do have one video, and this is John Kirby. Honestly, dude,
it was the one we saw where it said when he walks away from podium, he turns into a Roomba. Whose bit was that?
That was fucking Shane Gillis.
Is that Gilly?
It's Gillis.
So
dude,
good, dude.
So good. He turns into a Roomba. It's so true. I'm actually starting to gain a level of respect. I know this sounds weird coming from me, but Karine Jean-Pierre.
Oh yeah.
First off,
that's because you got a fucking crush on her.
A little bit. She's definitely, she likes pussy as much as the next guy. I get it. She's a beautiful woman. I think her job is incredibly impossible. You are speaking on behalf of the President of the United States. These are not your feelings. They're not your words. You're the spokesperson. So your job is to go out there, take a lump of shit, and make a sculpture out of it for the media.
Yeah.
How do you do that when they give you a pile of soup diarrhea? How do you make that shit sculpture?
That's why that's why none of them last, because that job kills them. I mean, they have a 2-year fucking shelf life.
This bitch is hanging in
that's
there.
It.
She's hanging in there. She doesn't care.
She's been. I bet you
Karine Jean-Pierre.
Yeah, Peppermint Patty was there longer, and she's been there.
No,
now.
I don't think so. It's close.
It's close, but
it's close.
I mean, she's hitting her expiration date.
Yeah.
They all have a fucking
none of them
drop dead date.
Yeah, none of them last.
You can't make it.
So during Trump's administration, if you remember, they were just constantly fighting with the press. It was just a constant battle of, wait a minute, I know what you're doing. Why are you wording it that way? That's not what was said. You know it. It was just a constant tug of war. Well, 90% up to this point of questions from the press for the press secretary, that's been Jen Psaki or Karine Jean-Pierre, have just been slurping and blowing the president. Well, now the gloves are kind of coming off. And this guy has made so many claims. This one I think is a little unfair.
Ducey's been on an island out there. He's the only one.
Ducey's been floating around on an island, just fucking holding on to the
treading water for 2.5 years or whatever, holding it down.
It's been fun to watch. And you know what? He's the most famous of the entire press bathroom. You know what I mean? Like anybody in that press corps, he's the most famous.
Yeah.
Because he's the only one that won't just be like, Joe Biden had another magnificent day out there. Back to you, Bill.
Right.
You know, he's the guy going.
Yep. Hey, what about when he shit himself?
As Snopes told you, rumors are not fact. Next, I said rumors are not fact. Like, that's their level of reporting. And so I do think it's kind of bullshit. Biden said something the other day about being at ground zero the day after 9/11.
Oh, right. Yep.
Right? So, you're going back 22 years. Okay? In fairness to Joe Biden, if I'm totally being fair. I don't think that he was trying to lie. It's such an easy one.
Yeah.
You know,
and I mean, if he was there 2 days later,
he was
3
there
days later, a week
he was
later,
there a week
right.
later.
I mean,
it would have felt like day one a week later, by the way.
Sure. And you probably couldn't even get there for a while with the.
Well, Bush did, and he would have been a senator. He probably could have, whether he could have or couldn't. Regardless.
Yeah.
The point being, I don't think it was a malicious. You know, I've never talked to my son about business relations, foreign business dealings ever. That's a lie, and that's corruption.
I was there the day after, I was there a few days after as anything.
Malicious.
Yes.
But John Kirby is sitting up there, and now the press is coming at him. So but they just handle this so wrong. So the Washington Times reporter, Jeff Murdoch. Now, Washington Times is more Republican than it is the Washington Post, which is, you know, very, very, very liberal. The Washington Post is right up there with the New York Times.
Yeah, yep.
But the Washington Times isn't. But, you know, these people don't usually get a question out. Or they don't. So he's talking to James Kirby. I have times when I like James Kirby or John Kirby just fine, you know. But I think you could do a better job of answering these questions.
Is this the right one?
Let's see. What do you got there?
I don't know. New York fashion? No.
No. No.
That's not it. Okay. That's not it.
No.
That's not it.
Huh.
And that's not it. What'd you do?
Okay. I don't know. I don't know where it is. So this guy asks, I can read it to you.
All right, good.
What is going on with the president? Is he just believing things that didn't happen did happen, or is he just randomly making stuff up? Kirby didn't answer the question and instead said the president was deeply touched and honored to be able to spend 9/11
just like his daughter,
military members there in Alaska and some families. He spoke about a visit to Ground Zero, which he did participate in about a week or so after the event, and what that looked like and what that smelled like and felt like, and it was a visceral impact on him, as it did on so many other Americans that terrible day. And he's focused on making sure that an attack like that never happens again. Is he?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Thank God he's at the fucking door.
Yep. These borders have never been more secure. We're never going to face an attack on our shores.
Yeah, which is why he's improved our over-the-horizon counterattack. Murdoch said he's had a string of saying things lately that didn't happen that are so easily debunked. Why does he keep doing that? He just went back to, the president was grateful to spend time with 9/11 families in the land. It's like,
dismiss.
Just go, look, Jeff, I see what you're doing. If I was the press secretary, here's what I would do. I go, yeah, he's lying all the time, blah, blah, blah. I would go, look, John, I know what you're doing. I know you fucking hate the guy. I get it. He's 80 years old. He's old as dirt. I understand that. Sometimes he's going to have some gaffes. Sometimes he's going to say, yeah, I was there the next day when he was really there 5 days later. It's called being old as shit. So fuck off with your line of questioning. I know what you're doing. Next.
Yeah.
Don't act like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. No,
well,
you're all blind for seeing that.
But they can't admit that out loud. They can't say that because that's the chink in the armor. That's
what is this, 99? We on The Sopranos here? You call it a chink in the armor?
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey.
Good luck with this.
Yeah. This part of the show is brought to you by your insurance expert. Luckily, I know most of these, but kind of by heart. Are you paying too much for health insurance? Are you uninsured? Health insurance can be confusing, especially if you lose an eye. Nick Matthews from Your Insurance Expert is an expert in health insurance, life insurance, and Medicare supplements, so you don't have to be. Call Nick Matthews at 248-914-1173. That's 248-914-1173.
Moving on to other things. Did you see the aliens in Mexico that they brought out?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Aliens. They're like this big. Little guys.
Really?
They're adorable.
Really?
Yeah.
Are they alien kids, or that's just how big they are?
Who knows? I think they're bullshit.
Okay.
Is what they are. You know, you put...
Well, if you were going to bullshit an alien, would you make it fucking pint size, or would you make it, 7 feet tall?
They gave him 3 fingers.
Oh, shocker style.
He's got 3 fingers. Okay. So he can go,
what's that?
What, like Walters.
Oh, except your M there. One's going to be, oh my God. I didn't know you had cerebral palsy. But there you go.
I believe it's cerebral.
Is it?
I think so. Cerebral palsy?
Cerebral?
Whatever.
All right.
Either way, it's not my favorite palsy. That's Bell's
yeah.
For anybody listening. But Smart. It was an announcement that shocked the world. Did it?
Did it, though?
It so shocked the world that T. Roy wasn't even aware of it.
Nope. I have been a bit out of the loop, but
But you've been enough in the loop. Two apparently non-human alien corpses.
I do have a phone, so yeah. Usually, anything absolutely important does come across my phone.
Yeah.
Gross.
These things date back about 1,000 years. Have been preserved in a Peruvian mine with their small, tiny, little wee bodies. You know, if you've got alien dolls, whatever the fuck they are that you found in a Peruvian mine.
I'm betting they're not aliens. I don't think they. I mean, babies. I don't think they travel like with families. When
you
they're
wouldn't
coming
think.
around. You wouldn't think so, unless maybe it's a long trip and somebody was knocked up. And,
They found
shit out
eggs
a kid.
in one of them.
Right, okay.
Or an egg. So I don't know if it ate an egg or if it,
Oh, anybody try coming on it?
I don't know.
See if we can have a half alien, half human baby.
So, even more bizarre is that their internal cavities have also allegedly contained implants of rare metals and eggs. Okay. So, they got 3 fingers, they got strange elongated skulls, they're mummified. I don't think you need to put them into a satin coffin to spruce them up.
Oh, who are you to say?
Look, do you like his little satin coffin he's in?
Let's see.
Look at his little satin coffin.
Is this like a video here we got?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's see what we're dealing with here.
All right, look at little man. He's a little guy.
I mean, okay, so Spielberg, spill the fucking beans, dude, because that looks exactly like E.T.
E.T., right?
So what are we talking about? When do they say this is from?
18, I believe. No, found in Cusco, Peru in 2017.
Well, how do they know it's 1,000-year-old alien corpse?
Well, they can date it.
By what?
Carbon. Carbon dated that son of a
Out of
bitch.
here. They cut it open and count the rings? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Well, I'll read it to you. But
All right, let's
go
see
ahead.
what-
Let's
let's
see,
see what
the
this
little
is.
guy.
Right?
Look at that little guy.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's just a little guy.
¿Qué tal? Muy buenas tardes a todos. Secuenciación.
Look at him.
La técnica de extracción y su
Ay,
posterior
sorry.
corrimiento en un gel de agarosa confirmó la existencia tanto de ADN degradado
Can you get a better
como
camera
moléculas
shot than that
pequeñas
bullshit?
de
I
ADN
know,
no
right?
degradadas.
Come on.
What
Con
is
la
this,
posibilidad
Bigfoot?
de
Come
poder
on.
realizar el proceso fueron los siguientes. Del espécimen identificado como 0002, que es básicamente una muestra de tejido muscular, de la muestra identificada como
Can we get
0004,
Hunter Biden
que es de
indicted?
tejido muscular de la cadera,
I know, it's-
se
I can't get it
lograron
off the
obtener
thing.
501 millones.
I guess that tells
Sorry,
you where
it's
we're
a Sky
getting our
News video. We can
information.
pull up pictures. By the way, Hunter Biden was indicted on gun charges today.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't see that
I
one
don't
either.
want to look partisan, so I didn't even bother pulling the story.
Fair
but
enough.
I'll read more about it later.
Okay. So I wish I could have read what they were saying there. Something about it's 1,000 years old.
Yeah. Found in the city of Cusco, Peru in 17, preserved in a Peruvian mine, the alleged aliens were presented in Mexico City by Jamie Maussan, Maussan, a journalist and so-called ufologist who has previously claimed to have found remains. He told politicians there in Mexico that the strange little corpses, which were displayed in the satin-lined makeshift coffins, had been found in 17, also testified under oath that almost a third of their DNA was unknown and the specimens were not part of our terrestrial evolution. X-rays had shown one to have eggs inside. This is the first time extraterrestrial life is presented in such a form, and I think there's clear demonstration that we are dealing with non-human specimens that are not related to any other species in our world, and that any scientific institution can investigate it. We are not alone. The remains have been studied and radiocarbon dated by scientists at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, UNAM, which showed them to be more than 1,000 years old. Jose de Jesus Zalce Benitez, the director of the Scientific Institute for Health of the Mexican Navy, also said X-rays and 3D reconstruction and DNA had been carried out on the specimens. I can affirm these bodies have no relation to human beings.
Okay.
Now, so
So wait, so this thing is 1,000 years old.
yeah.
But they just found it in a mine, or did they
Yeah.
find it 1,000 years ago and somebody preserved it in this mine, or
No. They just found it in 2017.
Okay. And
So
did
it was
has
preserved in a
been-
mine.
But it's been there for a while, or it crashed
been there over 1,000 years,
Well, I don't
yeah.
know if this was something that it just crashed, but it's 1,000 years old from its planet, but they just it crashed here and
I
they
think it's
found it.
bullshit. is
I'm
what I
just
think
trying
it
to
is.
get some reference for the story.
Yeah,
that's all.
yeah.
Okay.
I
think
don't
it's bullshit
know.
too.
I don't know if it's like, well, it crashed here or it wandered into this cave and died. You know, with his buddy. There's two of them there, by the way.
Oh, really?
One's got egg in it, and the other doesn't.
Oh, it's him and a her.
Yeah, so they were in their lair, probably
Happy
getting
couple.
it
Yeah,
on,
right?
You know,
Yeah.
when something
Trying
happened to them.
seed that egg.
Hell yeah. Mexico's Congress said the presentation left them with thoughts and concerns. With the view to continue talking about this. Okay, we're going to continue talking about it.
Yes, we are.
How did scientists react to this news?
Bullshit.
Largely with disbelief, ridicule.
Oh, that looks like bullshit.
For a start, it was pointed out that if UNAM had carried out, which is the university, blah, 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 had carried out such analysis, it would be published in a journal and peer-reviewed, which it has not been.
Mm-hmm.
If this was real, we'd see proper scientific data and evidence being presented by
Not
experts.
just laying in a satin fucking tomb.
No. I'm assuming they put it in the satin tube.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But not, in like a vacuum-packed box or
Yeah.
something. Preserve it.
They should have put little ties on it like they do with Barbie dolls when they're in their satin.
take it out of the
coffins.
box.
Yeah, slide it out of the box. Just put it back on the shelves.
Right.
Yeah.
Is it just me, or do I don't trust like scientists from other countries?
Mexico, yeah. No, I know.
I was
I'm right there
like
with
that's
you.
a door. Like, okay, scientists.
Yeah.
Okay, right.
Or I'm sorry too when it's like, ooh, that guy sounds good. He's a journalist. All right, I used to have some respect for them. He's also a ufologist. Okay, okay.
Right.
I don't know what that means. It means you're not very good at your job, personally. If you
haven't been able to
found
prove it yet.
No.
Seems like there's tons of evidence out there.
I always have weird hair, weird clothes,
Yeah.
weird something.
Yeah,
There's
I
always
mean-
something weird about them.
Yeah,
You know?
because they got to be weird to pursue that avenue. I think.
Yeah. Other scientists, let's see. If this was real, we'd see data, evidence presented by experts, published in papers that would be appearing in peer-reviewed journals like Nature or Science. Astronomer Michael Garrett said other scientists would be scrutinizing the data, forming their own independent analysis. That's how science works. Don't tell us how science works.
Trust the science.
Yeah,
Mike.
you fucked
Trust
up.
the science.
You fucked up, man. You fucked up how you had it. You had a clear path to any time going. This is how science works, and we all went. Well, I guess the scientists said it.
Yeah.
It was in Nature magazine. Well, by all means,
Good enough for me.
As you were.
Yeah.
You fucked that up.
That
I don't
makes
know.
it- makes
3
it
years
published.
ago. Yeah. The whole peer review bullshit is skeptical.
Mm-hmm.
The whole fucking Nature magazine, Science magazine. Sorry, did it to yourselves. Don't blame me.
Yeah.
I'm just an idiot over here.
Right. Just keeps getting proven right over and over again.
The fundamental problem with Mawson's claims is that these so-called alien mummies have already been debunked by scientists 2 years before he presented them to Mexico's Congress. A team of experts found that the bodies were actually made of a hodgepodge of human and animal bones. One of them was found to have a thigh bone where its upper arm bone should be, while its head was thought to have been created from the ass of a llama or an alpaca skull.
Okay.
It seems that it appeared that the facial part of the skull had been broken off, leaving just the brain case. This was then turned around to form the front of the alien head.
Okay. That'll fool them.
Yeah, right?
Well, that looks like a broken skull. Turn it around.
Down.
Spin
Now it looks like E.T.
Oh, perfect.
Nailed it. What did he say in response, Mawson? In a follow-up press conference, the ufologist said he was disappointed by the backlash from scientists and American UFO specialists. Ryan Graves, former Navy pilot, who in July claimed the number of UFOs has been grossly underreported, was in attendance to hear his original claims to the Mexican Congress. He said he was disappointed by the unsubstantiated stuff.
Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
If that does turn out to be a real alien,
Yeah.
are we still scared?
Not so much. But I don't know what they're capable of.
I don't either. I'm just saying.
What if
that,
he was just
that
like,
changes,
"Oh,
it
really?"
changes things a little bit for me. Like, this guy?
Yeah. You think because I'm 1 foot tall, I can't whoop your fucking ass?
Entirely possible.
What
I'm
if
just
he's got
saying.
lasers in that middle fucking third prong
Very
of a
possible.
finger? And he's just like,
Very possible. I wouldn't. Then why'd you die in a cave, dumbass?
well, where's he supposed to die? Maybe he died in the middle of an ocean. It was beautiful, and then he just rolled in with waves and ended up in a cave 1,000 years ago.
Maybe.
You don't know.
No, I'm just saying. I feel like that changes things a little bit if that's the alien life forms that we're worried about.
Yeah. They're just so wee. I want one.
Yeah, right?
I want one. Keep him in a cage.
Yeah. Put it on the front of your basket on your bike and ride to the moon and shit.
Put a sweatshirt on him.
Hide them in a thing of stuffed animals in the closet.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I don't know, man. These kooky UFO people, I do believe, I think it's ignorant to think that we're alone. We just don't know. We don't know shit about the ocean, and we don't know shit about the sky.
Nope.
We just don't. That's the reality. And so when you talk about like, oh yeah, 10% of the ocean's been discovered. Well, that means 90% of that fucking goddamn
we don't
death
even know.
trap isn't. We've
don't
never
know.
seen sharks mate. That blows my mind. We've never seen great white sharks mate.
Didn't we just have a video?
Maybe were
something?
they captured or something?
Something, yeah. They right, exactly. They were in like SeaWorld or something. They were finally boning, like.
Yeah, finally, like, fuck it. I guess I'm going to watch this.
we
These
know.
goddamn creeps.
Right?
Something like that. But
I didn't know female chicks like choking like that, but here we are.
Yeah, it's, yeah. I don't know, man. I think it's ignorant. I think it's silly.
They do the incredible.
What the hell?
Quiet you.
It just went on to its own next thing,
Sure. I was tired of waiting for us.
I guess.
I think it's silly to think that we're completely alone. I just
I've
think
always
it's
said that. Yeah.
ego.
I mean,
it's our ego.
It's disturbingly.
It's the Bible too. Let's be honest, or not the Bible. It's religion in general, like that is told people that they're oh my God, created in God's image and you're special and you only you. I just don't believe that. And why couldn't God create shit in His own image all over the universe?
Right.
Why would that make
us so special?
Why would that make God irrelevant? Why does the Big Bang make God irrelevant? Why does it have to be one or the other? Why couldn't God create the Big Bang? Like you don't act like you know.
No, nobody
Not
knows.
You, nobody fucking knows.
No.
And so I'm just stupid enough to go, yeah, I got no idea. But I know you don't have any fucking idea either.
No.
I
mean,
whether
what we
you're
know
super
about the
religious guy,
universe or whatever is
jack shit.
Jack shit.
Jack shit.
I mean, that's like that's like saying, yeah, I know my whole neighborhood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there's no other living form. There's nobody else in my neighborhood with
Yeah.
my name. So there's nobody else with my name anywhere in
Yeah.
the rest of that's just, it's stupid. It's ignorant.
It is. It's ego.
Yes.
It's massive ego to think that, and the further we discover and where you're like, oh God, this doesn't end. It's an eternal, galaxies and universes and God knows how, like you'd be an idiot to think that.
That we're the only intelligent life forms anywhere is.
Now, did the aliens put a moon somewhere for someone else to create the perfect place for, to create oceans and be able to create life?
Well, who created
on this
the moon?
planet? I don't know who created the moon. I just know it was put there by someone.
Right. I mean, it's
and
fake, clearly, but
the way it works,
because we don't
sizes,
have that
distances,
technology.
Hell no, we don't.
But maybe they did. The ancient civilizations, some of the technologies that we're finding out that they had.
They were like, ooh, let's make it. We could be an ant farm for a fucking alien kid.
Someone can
family.
explain the pyramids to me. I'll listen.
And I'll wait.
Yeah.
Because they won't be able to.
Never, ever.
No, I'll tell you exactly what happened.
You couldn't do that now.
I'll tell you exactly what happened there. I could explain the pyramids to you.
Okay.
I could explain it with 100% accuracy.
Listening.
What happened? Okay. There. Go back as many thousands of years as you want. There were probably a much, much more advanced civilization of humans on some level. Probably much bigger. This idea that we were always midgets and then grew up over time. Okay, that's if you go back to here and you go, oh yeah, back in the fucking whatever days, we were shorter and we've gotten taller. In your tiny little brain, maybe. Go back millions of years, and who knows? We could have been 12 feet tall.
We could have been dinosaurs.
Sure, we could have been whatever. Go back 75 million years to when dinosaurs were here. I imagine there's no. The fact that we have no idea to this day how they built the pyramids tells me that there was something much smarter than us that was here at some point that probably died off during something. And
some of
who
the
knows?
like the aqueducts and things, the shit that they're finding in these ancient civilizations.
Dude, they
and
are
stuff,
so dialed in to
insane.
fucking the stars. We don't get a grasp of it because of light pollution that we see all the time. We don't have a real understanding of what it was like before you had electricity, right? Which I don't blame you for, even though you work in the field. But we have no idea how much we don't see that those old fuckers did. And so, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this, but I think it's clear that whoever built the pyramids was probably died off at some point, much smarter, much stronger, possibly.
I mean, just the logistics of it are uncalculatable.
How do you move, 5,000-ton rocks, miles, perfectly cut, perfectly, like, lathed to perfection? You couldn't put a credit card through them.
Yep.
Like, all of that shit. And, by the way, where they're positioned and how they are with the, the galaxy. Like, it's crazy. Mm-hmm. When you look at the placement of pyramids around the world.
I think it's just some weird coincidence. Somebody just liked the triangles.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Just thought they were cool.
But here we are down in stupid Earth nowadays. Just like, duh. Mm-hmm. Some guy's wearing makeup, thinks he's a chick, and he's jacking off in public. What the fuck are we doing, man?
Yeah.
That's where we are.
Mm. And that's probably where they were, right before they fucking went extinct.
Yeah, yeah. Dude, Rogan did this bit. I think it was the Something Monkeys DVD. And this goes back to the 90s.
Yeah.
When he was talking about, stupid people just fuck. They just fucking spit out kids. Smart people didn't. Yeah. And they just died off. I guarantee you they just died off.
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
That's the premise of idiocracy.
Yes. Yeah. And that's where we are. It makes perfect sense, too.
It certainly does. I know. It's
we
becoming a documentary.
Dude, it has become a documentary. Idiocracy is no bullshit. Smart people I know.
Why come you ain't got no tattoo?
Why come you ain't got no tattoo? Yeah. Smart people that we know don't have a shitload of kids. You know?
Right.
I mean, outside of Elon Musk, not that many. Lots of religious people do. Lots of really fucking stupid people do.
I don't know if that's the best either.
Yeah, maybe not. Speaking of creeps, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence are apologizing for that jacking off.
Oh, he doesn't speak for the rest of us type spiel?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
I was going to ask what you thought about them apologizing and, this is uncalled for. And is it, though? Was this unforeseen behavior? Not to minimize a bunch of people. God damn it, that guy's a horror film character.
Yeah, sneaking up
That
on
is
you like
fucking scary as shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. If you're showing people the pictures of this guy
I am.
with makeup and without, absolutely terrifying.
Right? I mean,
Holy shit.
You want but I mean, this is like far beyond drag too. Like this is just something weird. Like
which you're entitled to do. You can be weird.
Yeah. Well, exactly, but you're weird. So that starts there.
But what if they said you're fucking weird? Why are you wearing a football team's sweatshirt, weirdo? Mm-hmm. You don't have anything to do with the team. Why are you wearing some other company's gear?
Okay, it's fine. I embrace being weird.
Okay.
I have no illusions of trying to conform on any level.
Yeah.
So that's fine. I'm just saying that this doesn't add up. That's all I'm saying.
The Sisters?
Yeah.
Of Perpetual Indulgence. And by the way, Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence sounds like exactly what he was doing in that truck.
Yeah.
Right?
He was indulging perpetually.
Right? Mm-hmm. I mean, like a lot. Like he took the name seriously.
Leaned right into it, didn't he?
Yeah. I mean, when you've got, dude, think about that. Most people jacking off in their car. Look, there's some fine human beings. I've fucked in cars before.
Sure. Who hasn't?
I don't think I've ever jacked off in a car, though, myself. I don't think. Maybe I have. I don't think so, though. You trying to think, too?
I might have.
I may have. Maybe as a kid. I don't know.
You can't go out. You can't go in with a loaded gun, man.
Yeah. I gotta take care of that shit at home. But I'm not a big...
It's not always how the night works out.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think I've ever... I don't think I ever have.
I don't know that I have for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I haven't.
Fucking in the car was more out of necessity back when we were
kids.
Didn't
have options, right?
You couldn't go home.
Take them home to the parents.
Yeah, exactly. So... Clinton Monroe Ellis Gilmore has been active in the local Eureka, California chapter of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence for years, even attending a drag reading at a public school with a group back in 2018. Well, that's great. Ellis-Gilmore appeared to go by several names in the group, including Novice Sister Be the Cockham.
Okay, sure.
And Novice Sister Man Romeo.
Novice Sister? Are these like rankings within the group?
I don't know.
All right.
So, Daily Wire broke that this guy got caught, a bunch of locals there in Eureka, California.
Okay, yeah.
In this little beach town, saw him sitting beachside jacking it in his truck.
Oh.
So they came up, what?
What was he doing?
He was jacking.
No.
I'm gonna jack it sun always shines. He's gonna jack it. Been spreading the word, and now I need to ease my mind.
All right.
Wait.
I thought you want to go the whole way?
Oh,
I figured it out because see how it's black? It's one of those I couldn't read yesterday.
Justice. 1, 2, 3. I wanna be PC. It's just the.
That reminded me of the consent thing you were talking about the other day. Everybody had to sign their little consent forms for at Michigan State.
Yeah.
Sorry, you want me to go back to the Jack and the Song?
Sure.
But I
I'll
couldn't
play it in the
differentiate
background.
that with the, let's just leave it down low.
I'm gonna jack it where the sun always shines.
He's gonna jack it.
Been spreading the word, and now I
The Eureka House of Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence unreservedly condemns this behavior.
gonna go out jacking it in San Diego. Jacking it, jacking it, jacking it, jack.
To have anyone associated with us accused of such behavior is an embarrassment and a blight to our name.
Yeah, of course.
Such a bright
He's just trying to save face at this point.
Been around God's country, and there's one thing I know. There's no better place for jacking it than
California.
In my front seat.
We offer our most profound apologies to the community for what happened, and specifically to any individuals impacted by this inexcusable behavior. It is not representative of our order, our values, or the hundreds of individuals who serve as sisters.
And if the good Lord Jesus comes knocking on my door, just tell him that I'm jacking it in San Diego. Jacking it, jacking it, jacking it, jacking
By the way, he was not a full-fledged member of the group.
No?
No, there's
Oh, he was still on double secret probation?
he was on double secret protection. The person arrested was in a probationary process to become a full member.
Oh, boy.
I bet he was.
Couldn't keep his dick away just to get through the process.
He's been
Very
a,
sensitive times.
and I don't want to hear about him being a full member either.
Yeah,
Is that
right.
what got him in trouble in the first place?
Yeah.
At one time, let's see, he was never a full-fledged member of the group. The person arrested was in a probationary process to become a full member at one time, but that process ended in October 2020. Oh, okay, if that's the case, then why was he with you fucking reading to toddlers at a preschool or a kindergarten or elementary school after 2020? If you decided in 2020, that process ended, can't make this fucking guy a full-fledged member. So why was he out there multiple times and in lots of pictures with your group?
He was in a pro bono capacity.
Yeah, pro bono is right.
Yep.
We have a long and complex process for admitting new members to our order, and we take every step to be as certain as possible that anyone admitted as a fully professed member will not bring dishonor to our order. Well, folks, you failed. It is particularly frustrating for us to have to address this accusation of inexcusable behavior at a time when we know many are seeking any way to marginalize and minimize us. We would ask our critics to consider whether all the current and former members of their own organizations are without sin before hurling stones at our entire organization.
Ah, let he who is without sin cast the first stone.
I've heard that before.
I
That's a good one. You
see.
should put that on a shirt.
That is a good one.
Based on the alleged behavior of a former member. Does he know he's a former member?
Right.
He looks like a full-fledged fucking member.
What
And he's
was-
hanging out with the group. I don't know.
What was the this guy's name? Or the drag name? Just trying to go through their page, see if they have him listed anywhere. I'm sure they scrubbed it.
Dix
regardless.
goes in you or something like
Yeah,
that.
sounds
Or,
about right.
yeah.
I'm surprised. You know what their site is?
Huh.
Where'd it go? Shit. Where does this go? Thesisters.org.
Okay.
First of all, .org, go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Second of all, the sisters, like I feel like somebody else should have had claim to that somewhere.
Yeah.
Somebody that, has a little more rank.
Yeah.
Just
I
my
just took
personal opinion.
What do you think about their,
Thesisters.org.
What do you think about their apology?
I think it's just trying to save some face.
I don't know that there's any face to save. I do know what you're saying.
They have to try and distance themselves from said creep.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people are wondering, like, is this a fucking... Are they laughing all the way by issuing this over the top? Like, oh my God, how could anybody? We would never be
Yes.
associated. It's like, dude, your whole organization, like everything we've ever seen from you, is over the top, sexual in nature, sexualized behavior, grown ass creepy fucking men wearing creepy outfits meant to mock an entire religion.
But jerking
all
off the car
gay
is
men.
way out of pocket. Way out of pocket.
Yeah, way out of character, too. I mean, who do you think we are? No. This is exactly who we thought you were. And this is exactly what we worried about when it was like, look, man, do you? You want to sit and you want to go be part of the San Francisco Jacks? We love the Jacks.
Sure.
We interview the Jacks. We play drops from the Jacks. We adore the Jacks. You know what the Jacks don't do? Walk around little kids and want to fucking groom them in some way. They go to their room. Thank you, Jerry. They go to their room with a bunch of consenting adults and they jack off in a room together.
It's always the same and always different. There's always a bunch of naked guys having a wonderful time together.
Yes, not naked children, not us preaching our values personally to children.
Grown-ass men.
Just a bunch of grown-ass gay men who get in a room. It's hilarious on its face. They fucking know it's hilarious, too. They can take a joke. They're not above that.
Well, they can definitely take it.
Yeah. And they jack off together, they clean up their mess, and then they move along with their day, and they're lovely people. And none of us have ever had a problem with them. Some people might. Some of you got a thumb in your ass, and you're fucking, ooh. What we found is our conservative, QAnon-based, alt-right audience welcomed with open arms.
Absolutely.
The spokesperson for the fucking Jacks.
Jerry.
Okay?
Saint.
Jerry came to town with a crown and was treated like a fucking queen like he would have wanted for a week. And every time he's been here, he's been treated remarkably well.
Absolutely.
We adore Jerry. Jerry sends me cards. He calls me to this day. I love Jerry from the Jacks.
You're a homophobe.
And, yeah. Our audience adores Jerry from the Jacks. Doesn't mean they're dying to jump in a room and jack off with him.
No.
Jerry doesn't go out of his way to encroach on you and your values. You don't go out of your way. But the Sisters of Perpetual fucking jack-off group or whatever seems like this is very much in line with what they would do.
Yep.
Now, if Jerry and the Jacks wanted to go fucking get around toddlers, dress up scantily clad, and read books to them and prance around and spank them, I would have a problem with that. And I would tell Jerry to his fucking face that I have a problem with that.
Yep.
See the difference?
Sure.
I know you do.
Yes, indeed.
So I'm not buying this apology.
No.
You know, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence could do whatever they
Probably
want
some
together.
funding somewhere that they're looking out for, some
Yeah.
exemptions they have to make sure that they keep in check.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
You know, when you're being honored, it's not a nothing thing, dude.
Well,
to be honored by the LA
.org,
Dodgers
which
during the
makes
season.
means they're like a charitable organization.
Right.
Which means we don't want anybody into our books.
Yeah.
That's what that means.
Yeah, that's exactly what that means. You're 100% right. I hadn't even thought of that angle. Like, oh, guys, you know what? We finally made it. We're the Dodgers, okay, of our community are looking out for us.
Yep.
We cannot have Bill. We told you. Go to the beach at night and jack off in your car. Close the fucking door. Wear a shirt. If that's what you got to do.
Yeah, it sounds fun without somebody seeing me. That's the whole point.
Yeah, but Bill, take off the makeup. Take off the fucking nun headwear.
Was he in full drag when he was doing it?
He
I didn't
was,
think so.
Which is even worse.
Yeah.
If he was in full drag, I would have laughed.
I wish that would have been his mugshot, like that, but with the
Yeah.
makeup on, or like just half-ass kind of smeared off.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Oh my God. It's just,
Yeah.
you're probably absolutely right, dude. That
They have, they have
that
interest
they've
to
got
protect.
financial interest to protect.
Of course they do.
Yeah.
Yes, they need to.
I don't know what they'd be paid for. Are these drag groups getting
don't
paid?
think-
Well, I know they're getting paid to go to these schools. Yeah.
Yes,
that's true.
there's big money in advocacy these days.
Yeah.
Big money.
Big money.
And if you got your own website and shit, you got 44 years in, there's big money there.
Dude, the Jacks are missing out here.
They are, yeah. Well, I think
This
they
is
aged
a
out.
unique fucking window in time.
They
right
need an
now.
infusion of youth into that that Jack's community.
If they could have just gotten young Eric in there to
Right.
keep that ball rolling, like make him a full-fledged member,
Yeah.
you know, write off his dues. He doesn't have to pay the $7 to walk in and jack off with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, right.
Eric would have been game.
Sure.
Eric's a gamer.
It's like the nudist community. They're dying out because it's all old people now. They
Yeah.
need an influx of young blood.
Yeah.
Not too
but,
young,
You
but,
know, the idea of going to the nudist community and playing beach volleyball and swimming and playing fucking lawn jarts, like that community is ancient.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, the new community is on TikTok showing their tits off.
Right.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's just a different. You know, it's
Missing out.
not that young girls don't want to show their titties off. They do.
Yeah, they just want to show out to the masses.
Yeah. They don't want to go hang out at your fucking picnic basket site. They don't want to go to the woods and hang out with you and play fucking beach volleyball.
They're missing out.
I know. It's fun. It is good.
Great
It is fun.
Hey, this part of the show is brought to you by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. It's located in the Deer Lake Athletic Club. The Backcourt combines first-class service with relaxed, friendly atmosphere and a chef-inspired menu. They have daily dinner specials throughout the week, live music on Friday nights, and on Friday and Saturdays, the best damn prime rib in town. So next time you're heading out for dinner or drinks, stop by the Backcourt Restaurant in Clarkston. Call them at 248-625-8686 or visit DeerLakeAthleticClub.com.
Dear T-Roy,
Yes, sir.
I've been in a relationship with a wonderful man for 2 years.
Okay.
He's a minister. This is
Okay.
gonna go off the rails. I can just see it already.
Is this a young boy?
No.
All right.
He and his late wife used to travel all over the world spreading the word. Spreading the word.
Just spreading it.
I'm from a less conservative, more spiritual background. Yeah, I know that bullshit saying. I'm spiritual.
Yeah.
Believe in my own way.
Sure.
You know, that yeah. I attend an all-denominational church that accepts everyone. My views on politics are also very different from his. He constantly quotes the Bible and believes I'll go to hell if I don't follow the word of God daily.
Well, he is a pastor, right? Is that what we're talking about? Minister?
Minister.
Minister.
I don't know
okay,
what
yeah.
the difference is. Same thing to me.
I think it's just what church you're in, but
yeah.
So, okay, this is a man of God.
This is very much a man of God.
Yeah, all right, just
Wait,
checking.
I've been in a relationship with a woman. So ministers are allowed to get crushed puss?
Yeah, just priest can.
So priests, you know, see, I don't know anything about this.
Yeah, everything else can still bang.
Really?
Yeah, fuck yeah.
Okay, so a father, what's a father?
Somebody that has a kid.
No, not, I understand that one.
Father is
Yeah, like, oh, my
I
father.
think that's a Catholic. I think that's a priest.
So
his father.
he can't fuck.
No, right, which is ironic.
Yeah, very, very. Deacons, can deacons get puss?
I bet. Yeah, that sounds like a black church, and I think they can.
Yeah,
fuck
they're
yeah.
all over
There's
it.
no way they're not getting pussy. Fucking, who the fuck is going to sign up for that? You telling me I can't have a badass suit, a dope-ass watch, and crush puss? No fucking thank you.
Thank you. Hard pass.
And pay? Oh, come on.
And pay taxes?
Right?
Get the
No
fuck
fucking
out of
way.
here.
Oh, shit.
I was, what? Yeah, it's hard to drink with that thing, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it doesn't. That one doesn't
Yeah,
work.
you need to raise them up a little bit so you can get your drink on.
Yeah, it's all right. I can wait.
You were almost done. I was baptized Pentecostal. You're throwing in so much shit here, lady. I don't know what
Yeah.
this is. I don't even know what Pentecostal is.
It's a religion.
Okay, I was baptized Pentecostal at a young age, but that is not something I believe anymore. And his constant preaching is exhausting.
What'd you think you were getting into when you fucking started banging a fucking minister?
Yeah. I'm a strong woman. Don't they all think they're that? I know some strong women. I know some very weak-ass women, too. And I have voiced how I feel about this. He's the best man I've ever been with.
Like,
She means-
Are we talking about deep dicking?
It's got to be. What else could she mean?
I
He's obviously a giant pain in the ass anytime his mouth's moving.
right.
So she must be talking about that deep dick.
Gotta be.
He's kind, considerate, loving, helpful, and loves my family. I am recovering from Guillain-Barré syndrome. Not one of my favorites.
Oh my God, Roseanne Barr is my favorite syndrome.
It is Roseanne Barr.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I don't know if that Guillain-Barré's her sister or what, but and he has helped me walk, helped out in the business, and has been good to me. I am now mostly recovered, and everything would be perfect except for politics and religion. Is there any hope for us?
No,
Yeah.
No,
That's kind of
there's
what I
not.
think too.
no. If that's your biggest gripe, oh my God, he won't shut up about God. Ugh, I'm
Oh my
so
God.
sick of it.
So-
God.
Oh my God, T. So I'm dating this guy who literally for his living is just religion. That's his whole living. And when he comes home, he doesn't shut the fuck up about religion.
Keeps reciting
What
the
idea?
Bible, telling me how to live my
Yeah.
life.
God so loved the earth, he gave his only begotten son. I don't even know what begotten means.
What? Why the hell? What did you expect?
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't understand.
Can
What
you
you would
give
expect.
can you give like a super Jesus-y person, right? They exist. We all know
Oh,
that.
yeah.
You were with one for a while.
Yeah, oh,
right?
yeah.
You didn't start out with one. It's not like that's what you bought into.
No, sure.
It developed.
Yep.
But can you give them like all right, we've got the everybody get your John 3:16 hat on. From 8 to 9, you can say your piece, go through your book, tell me I'm burning in hell, whatever you got to do. Get it out of your system for an hour, from 8 to 9. The game kickoff's at 9:10. We're shutting it down then. I don't want to hear another word. Is that fair?
To a rational person, yes. But
Are you saying that these are not rational people?
yes.
Oh.
I am.
Okay.
Generally speaking.
Okay.
Yeah. I said that.
Seems so fair.
It does seem fair.
You know? Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to think what that would be like. Like, is there anything like a minister? A minister's really into the Jesus thing. Do they have downtime where they like to crush beers?
It's like banging a vegan.
Yo, been there.
Right. It's like banging a vegan. No, you don't get to eat fucking hamburgers.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
Oh, I did.
I know. Well.
Oh, I did.
And now you're no longer banging a vegan. So there you go. Problem solved.
I will have you know, I fucked a vegan for many years.
I know.
And
snuck in burgers here and there.
Oh, no.
You didn't
Not
have to
true.
sneak them. I understand that. But
she
my
wasn't
point
so bad. Some of them are so bad,
Yes.
I won't eat off a grill that had a burger on it.
Yes.
I was like, no, bitch, you can. No, I wouldn't call it that, but well,
I would.
You could put your string of fucking vegetables and bullshit on this side of the grill, and on this side of the grill, we're having human food. Mm-hmm. That's what I would do. And so I would have a chicken kebab. So while hers had like peppers and mushrooms and
a
blah, blah,
kebab bob.
a kebab of fucking bullshit that everyone goes, that's the stuff that ends up sitting on the plate that you throw in the garbage after you're done with your chicken
I
kebab.
thought that was just the spacers between my meat, keep my meat from touching.
Exactly. There's women out there that eat that stuff, dude.
Oh yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm aware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so mine was all that stuff, but I just fought the good fight. I wouldn't give in. Mm-hmm. I was like,
You can't.
You
can't.
You got to try this. Blah blah blah. And I was like,
No, I don't.
No. You don't understand. I am not sitting here across the table from you. First off, I'm buying the whole thing. Okay. I bought that bullshit that you decided to order. Mm-hmm. I decided to order this. We would get in the biggest fights about this. Yeah. And I was like, I am not going to make you take a bite of this hamburger any more than you're going to fucking make me take a bite of that goddamn patchouli oil, whatever you're eating.
Sure. I'll try it. Sure, I'll have a bite of it. Why not?
Dude,
and I will take it and I'll say, yep.
Give an inch.
Exactly.
Team.
No.
Not giving an inch.
That's fine. That's fine. I will never eat that as like a meal.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll have a bite.
You know that's the end game goal, though.
Of course it is.
You know it is.
And we come around full circle.
Yeah.
That's the end game.
Okay. Now it's making more sense.
See?
All you had to do was throw it into fucking human terms.
That's what I did.
The vegans.
That's what I did.
Yeah. Yeah, to go from like,
a great example.
we do chicken together to, I don't eat meat, but I'll still eat a little bit of fish and chicken to vegan.
Yeah. Yeah, they'll tolerate you eating chicken in the beginning.
Yeah.
But the goal is for you to never eat chicken again.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a process.
Yeah. And if chicken's so bad, why are you trying to make fake chicken and fake burgers all the
Exactly.
time?
I love it. Yeah,
You know what I mean?
We got to make it taste like it.
Yeah. Oh, we're going to KFC night at the we actually did that one day. We went to a bar in Detroit that was having KFC night, and they had KFC mashed potatoes, vegan. KFC chicken.
Well, aren't potatoes vegan anyway?
I don't know.
All right.
Not the way they did it. Okay. Well, yeah, they were. But they had all the side dishes, and it was like, you were going so far out of your way to make this like KFC, but like...
Yeah, just eat KFC.
What are we doing here? And I'm sorry, I don't trust whatever you've done to make it sort of taste like KFC.
No, not even a little.
No, that seems way worse. And I'm not saying we've been great about how we treat the chicks.
Oh, no, that's fine. No.
Yeah.
No, but...
Did you know that like 80% of chickens in America, their feet never even touch the ground once in their life?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
It might even be higher than that.
Wow. Yeah, they're just in coops, just shitting out eggs.
I would
just nonstop.
Yeah. Or they're stacked so high on top of each other.
How do they get...
but they're so fucking
Do they have
delicious.
to get fucking banged, or they just shit out eggs?
They just shit out eggs.
They don't have to get banged, like knocked up to shit out an egg? You don't have to have a rooster in there?
Are you saying roosters have just no... I don't know.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Do roosters fuck hens?
I mean, that's historically throughout the animal kingdom. That's how it works.
Yeah, but when you have a baby, you don't have a shelled cocoon around it.
Well, different strokes for different folks. I mean, it's, I also don't have a hairy bear fucking baby either.
Well, Google it.
No, I'm not going down that road. Do your own research. It's a question for the masses.
That's our job, sir.
It's too late in the show to start taking down that road.
We got to go watch some Sopranos, sir, before football tonight.
Indeed.
So let's do a couple of emails. Thank you. Walters at DetroitCast.com, radiofor1.com. use our My Pillow link, just promo code TDC. Merch is available, T-shirts, sweatshirts, hats, winter beanies, all that stuff. Also, a link to our Patreon page. It's the best way to support the show. Thank you to the handful of you who have done that already. We certainly appreciate it. Houghton and Michigan Tech. Mike, first things first. You have the key to the city, and you know absolutely nothing about it. Fair.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah, is that fair? Don't think that hasn't crossed my mind. My dad's still pissing me about that. It's really a slap in the face to the folks who gave it to you. Well, I sent a couple representatives, and not just a tard. I sent K-Dog.
Right.
Get up there and visit. The area is awesome in so many ways. Scenery, more on that in a second. History, nicest people, and much more. Get up there and experience the city to which you have the key. Now, yes, I am biased, as I am a Michigan Tech alum. As I said, it's beautiful up there, but there's a harsh reality when it comes to the scenery. You told T-Roy to visit the college town because of the girls. Just Sezin. I think that's just Sezin.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Michigan Tech has a 5-to-1 sausage to bun ratio.
Yeah. Ooh. And I'm sure the buns are old and
burnt,
moldy.
No offense, Michigan Tech.
Hey, listen.
Also, it's almost as far north as you can get before
even
Canada.
if they are okay, God, they're just a disaster.
Really?
It's just pin cushions.
Yeah,
it's
you think?
like chicks in the Marines.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
Talk to a Marine about chicks in the Marines. Yeah. Just says them. I know we did have a female Marine that was listening to us
Me
for
too.
a while.
Oh.
But she was down in Florida. She was fucking hot as shit too. And it was like, would you ask out a female Marine? I don't think I could.
No?
No.
You should.
Really? That fun?
Corporal Orisol?
Yeah. Oh, I've seen pictures of her.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel just something about could Beth have kicked the shit out of me? Maybe. But if I went full guy, I feel like if I had to, I could fucking destroy her.
Yeah.
Don't think that's true of a Marine chick.
No, generally not.
Yeah.
No.
So just knowing that in the back of my head, it might psych me out too much. Mm-hmm. If that hot chick Marine still listens, though, let me know.
I watched this chick fight. It was real MMA.
Yeah.
But it was like lingerie league, something like that.
Okay. I like that.
And I just saw it was like something's like she got knocked out or she went to sleep or something. I was like, oh, I want to see a bitch get knocked out. So I turned on. It was one kind of a bigger butchy looking chick.
Yeah.
And then another one. This chick is smoking hot. You all right? You shit yourself?
No. I'm just stretching my ankle.
This chick is a fucking smoking hot. Blonde and just a bra and tiny little panties.
So you got tubby and
she wasn't even that
hot.
tubby. She was kind of like, I mean, imagine like wrestlers. Like she was like she had the mohawk goth chick and like the bustier kind of thing.
Pass.
A little thicker. Yeah. But these chicks could fight. The blonde was taking it to her. She ended up getting choked out, went to sleep. And then, I'm not going to lie, there was something kind of hot about her just being like unconscious, just laying out,
Cosby.
legs spread in the thing.
Just wearing panties.
Yeah.
I'm not even going to tell the story again about the chick in L.A. that I ran into that was like that.
Oh, yeah.
Passed out when I took her back to her room.
That's fair.
Oh, someday again, maybe. But anyway.
With her naked roommate?
Yeah, exactly. You remember that.
Oh, I remember.
Yeah.
It's been told a few times.
Yeah. Not on the air. A couple times, maybe. It's been 5 years.
I don't think I've ever heard it off air.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's good. I share everything on air. Don't get me wrong. Tech is known for its girls, but it's not because it attracts top talent in the looks department.
They're just gamers.
The girls are almost always wearing down winter jackets. Many of those girls can whoop your ass in a beer pong tournament or help you push your car out of a ditch.
There you go.
Also, don't get me wrong, the occasional hot one does exist, but it's limited. We used to say each week of the semester was like a beer at a party. So after 15 weeks for the fall semester, your definition of hot had certainly changed.
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, you evolve.
Now, if you or T-Roy want to get up there, I would be more than happy to point you to the right places for whatever you want to do or see. My wife and I go up there at least 4 times a year. Yes, she's also a tech grad, and yes, many times I've been asked, how in the absolute hell did I manage a normal female from tech way above my pay grade? I'd love to help you to get to know the city that has welcomed you with open arms, Ted. Ted, honestly, I would love to get up there. It's
sure.
Just, you know what? For 99% of my existence, I'm alone. You know, I'm not going to go up there by myself. I'm not dying to have a fucking couple buddies and drive up there. So it's not as easy as believe me, I did a lot of that shit when I had girlfriends. I did. I traveled plenty. Would go to, fucking this festival and that festival. I did it all the time. So it's not that I'm opposed to it. It's a hell of a road trip up north.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't want to do that with a guy.
8 to 10 hours, something like that, to get up to Houghton from here.
I don't want to go alone. I don't want to go with a dude.
Well, I'll be up there, Ted, here in a couple of weeks. I'm heading up to the Yoop.
You bringing the key?
I'm not, because I'm not going to make it to Houghton. It does
Okay.
not get. I'll be close. I'll be in Big Bay, staying at the Big Bay Lighthouse.
Okay.
But even that's still an hour plus from Houghton.
Yep.
And it just doesn't work into the schedule.
Gotcha.
So I won't be making it. I was there 2 years ago
Okay.
in Houghton.
I'd love to go. Jay and I should have gone when we got the key originally, but for whatever reason, I can't remember. Maybe Jay couldn't go, or I can't remember. But
Road trip of the East sounds awful.
huh?
A road trip of the East sounds awful.
Yeah. I mean, we asked fucking K-Dog to do it, and he soldiered on. He's a
Yeah,
good dude.
good boy.
Yeah, he reached out to me on my birthday, actually.
Nice.
Which was nice. I haven't heard from K-Dog in forever.
Very nice.
Fucking K-Dog. Absolute. He's going to be a billionaire someday. I'm convinced of it.
Right
He's gonna find something. You're going to be like, wait, who discovered what? It's going to be K-Dog.
Very nice.
It's just going to be K-Dog.
Perfect.
So, anyway, why don't we kill it there, T? Let's go watch some Sopranos.
Shall we?
Do our thing, and maybe we'll do a member show tomorrow.
That sounds perfect.
Doesn't that sound perfect? Keep the camera off us.
All
right, everybody, have a great weekend for listeners of the show. Go Lions, man.
Forward down the field.
Seahawks, good test at home.
Blue ski mask.
Come on, villains.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Lean into it.
Let's go. Sold out on Amazon. I love it. I love that story. This is going to be a fun season. I can feel it. All right, everybody. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to the members for sure, but we'll see the rest of you on Monday.